Magab, everybody. Joe Hampson, man. Good to hear from you again, my friend. He donated for me to do Kiss Alive 2 versus Rush. Exit Stage Left. I love this album. This is my favorite Rush album. I love All the World is a Stage, but this is my favorite live Rush album. I like different stages. I like a lot of different Rush shows, but this is my favorite Rush album. This is not my favorite Kiss Live album. That would be Kiss Alive, the first one, but then it would be this one. I take this over all the other Alive albums that came out after it. By far, I don't care if it's fucking really live or not. It's a blistering killer album, man. Alright, so let's do this. Alright. Here we go. Detroit Rock City versus the Spirit of the Radio. I gotta go with Detroit Rock City. That bombastic intro rules all. Then we got King of the Nighttime World versus Red Barchetta. Great version of Red Barchetta, but that 1-2 punch on Kiss Alive 2, I gotta give it to King of the Nighttime World. Alright, next, Ladies Room versus YYZ. Love them both, but easily YYZ. With the Professor drum solo, tighter than a nun's buttocks. YYZ wins that one. Alright, next, Making Love versus A Passage to Bangkok. You know, I almost gave it to Passage to Bangkok. Almost. But man, Making Love, bro. That's a real tough one there. I did originally put Passage to Bangkok, but man, then listening to Making Love live, I was like, nah, man, I gotta give it to Kiss. Oh my God, Kiss! Alright, next. Love Gun versus Closer to the Heart. Love them both, but I gotta go with Alright, Love Gun. Definitely giving that to Kiss. Alright, next. Calling Dr. Love against Beneath, Between, Behind. Believe it or not, I'm giving that one to Rush. One of my favorite Rush songs. Very underrated, under the radar song. Nobody talks about off Fly By Night. Blistering live version. I may like this version even more than the awesome version of Fly By Night. Alright, let's pick a random album and let's go over here. I don't want, I always mess up my back while I'm trying to get shit. Alright, here I got it. Oh, alright. REO Speedwagon, you can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. This one kind of was a hit. The live album did good, but my favorite song off this album is, nobody talks about it. Nobody knows it unless you have this album. A song called Sing to Me. Fucking amazing. But yeah, it has the hit Roll With Changes, Time for Me to Fly. It's not a bad album, but I prefer the Cow album. I would prefer all the Kevin Cronin 70s albums. I prefer REO 2. I prefer the Cow album. I prefer 9 Lives and, and the live album. But it's not bad, but I'm just saying. There you go. REO Speedwagon. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Alright, next. Christine 16 versus Jacob's Ladder. Both cool, but Jacob's Ladder definitely takes that. Alright. Shock Me versus Bruins Bane. Not really fair. Bruins Bane is gorgeous, a little tiny instrumental before the trees, but Shock Me, man. And I love the little solo Ace does. Shock Me wins. Alright, next. Tomorrow and Tonight versus the Trees. I gotta go with the Trees. And I dig Tomorrow and Tonight. Don't really like the studio version that much. I like this version, which isn't live. Sound check, whatever. Love it. But I like the Trees more. Alright, next. Oh man, this one sucked. I Stole Your Love versus Xanadu. I was like, oh, such a blistering version of I Stole Your Love. I gotta go with Xanadu. I even put Xanadu above the studio version, Farewell to Kings. It's epic. Giving that to Rush. That hurt. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, Joe Hampson asked me to take Beth and Hard Luck Woman off the album, which is fine by me because those two songs kind of annoy me on the album because of the cheering. All right, next, God of Thunder versus Free Will. You know, another tough one. And I know a lot of you think I'll go with Free Will, but no, I'm going with God of Thunder. I love the mini drum solo. I love the live version. It's bombastic, faster. For the longest time, I liked it more than the studio version. Now I think they're tied because I love that studio version. I don't care how annoying those kids are. I'm giving that to God of Thunder. I'm giving that to Kiss. All right, next. I Want You versus Tom Sawyer. Easily, I Want You. I'm not a fan of Tom Sawyer. I Want You changed my life. All right, the last song. Shout Out Loud versus La Villa Strangiato. Gotta go with La Villa Strangiato, my favorite Rush song ever. And yeah, I would say it's even better than the Hemisphere version, this live version. In my opinion. So Joe, this here's the final score. And there you go, man. Kiss won. Oh my God, Kiss! But what do you all think of these two albums? Leave it in the comments below. You know, I like to know. And thank you so much. Joe, you rule. And everybody out there, y'all rule as well. If you want to, you know, donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And, you know, like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithm. So stay frosty. Listen to Kiss Alive 2 and Rush. All the World's a Stage. And smack 'em a gob.